last time I fought Caleb dropped me with a right hand. That shit was hard as hell. Like, but I just got out of jail. I wasn't training that much, so like I wasn't myself. So I can't get from that point because I wasn't me 100%. That being said, me and David went to war. Me and David had like over 100 rounds of sparring. Like we trained together for 2 camps. So that boy's a beast, bro. He keeps coming. He a dog. I just don't like his energy right now because he really don't fuck with him. So he's really mad. I feel like that energy is gonna affect his style. But typically, he's not really like that. He just be chilling. When he beats, he a dog naturally. I've never seen him fight mad. So like I don't know if that's gonna affect him. I feel like Caleb's kind of in his head. I see him posting little taunt stuff. So like that could affect his performance. We don't understand that. Like you're your best when you're most relaxed.
And those are the words of Dennis Douglin, the sparring partner of David Benavidez, which he's more familiar with Benavidez than Caleb Plant. But as you guys can see, Caleb Plant was able to plant him on his back in sparring with a great 1-2 combination from Caleb Plant, which Sweet Hands has had this reputation lately of being a pretty solid puncher. Despite his amount of KOs on his record, he's been able to take guys down with bad intentions, as you guys can just see. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is what Dennis had to say about Caleb Plant. He said he liked Caleb Plant, but he doesn't like his attitude as far as how these negotiations or interactions with David Benavidez is going. And he said he's fighting or he's looking mad. And Sweet Hands Plant is better when he's calm. And my counterpunch to that is I absolutely have to agree. Why? Because you guys know how Caleb Plant was in the Canelo buildup. You know, it was much more dramatic because you had some altercations. You know, he slapped Canelo Alvarez across the face, and Canelo Alvarez gave him, you know, a 1-2 piece by, you know, causing his glasses to cut into his face. And I think that spilled over in the fight. And I think because he was angry, I think he performed the way he did. Versus if he was calm, I think Caleb Plant is a guy that focuses better when he's calm. Just like we saw in that sparring session, he was able to set up punches. He was able to think. He was able to make his distance adjustments and execute what he needs to execute. Okay, set his traps effectively and do what he needs to do. Okay, whereas if he fights anything like he fought Canelo and he runs out of gas like he did, he may end up in the same situation, letting his emotions take over. See, not everybody can fight angry. Sometimes anger fuels people and certain fighters, but then most of the time it doesn't. Look at Felix Trinidad. The day that Bernard Hopkins threw his Puerto Rican flag down in Puerto Rico, Trinidad made it his business to try to go in there and create a knockout, and it never came. In fact, it threw him off his game so much that Bernard Hopkins was in his head rent free. And ultimately, what happened, Trinidad suffered his first loss in that particular fight. The fight was stopped in the 12th round because Trinidad was trying too hard to throw that left hook, and he got caught with a solid right uppercut by the executioner. So what Dennis is saying, I will retort that he does need to calm down. I think he needs to focus on the fight at hand and don't get into a shit show with David Benavidez, because I think David is used to those type of things anyway. He's used to the trash talk. He's used to the gutterness. Not saying that Sweet Hands is soft. What I'm saying is it's out of his element when it comes to his demeanor as far as boxing goes. I think David is fueled by anger, and I don't think Caleb Plant is. I think his friend is calmness, and I think David Benavidez's friend is anger. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the sparring partner that sparred many, many rounds with David Benavidez, said that Caleb Sweethand Plants does have knockout power, and we've seen him get dropped by Plant. Of course, please subscribe And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.